All right, so after such a beautiful poem, there's only one way for us to end our set, and that's with one of our features for tonight. So the feature to end the first set will be none other than Kenaya Hostage Marceline, coming from New York City. Let's give them our undivided attention.
Hey, friends. Sound good? Everything's good volume-wise? All right, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and close this window. One, to the young one that told me she was leaving the truth because she felt smothered. I felt like you once. Two, is it really so? Really? That your feet can't trod on a path of broad and spacious. Instead, you beautiful sparrow, your wings confined to narrow, you smothered by truth and law, unable to be you, the real you, the real you, screaming within, trapped in yourself. Your poor brittle bones ache and your body shakes for individuality's sake, but fortunately for you, I can make all your dreams come true. Just turn these stones into loaves of bread. Hurl yourself down, don't worry, angels will carry you on their hands. In fact, I'll give you all the kingdoms of the world you see. Just fall down and do an act of worship to me, you beautiful sparrow, with your wings confined to narrow. My dear sisters, watch men on towers and wear lots of makeup, not that you need it. I just want you to highlight and conceal your true beauty away from these Egyptians. They want your mind, your soul, and definitely your body, just to discard it when complete, just to use you as a queen, or rather a pawn in their wicked game of chess. They are men of no honor. They will promise you planets, then damage your self-esteem, offer you a trip to Venus, Saturn, Mercury, or Mars, as if he owned property on Pluto. So whatever you do, don't expect to be respected. In retrospect, expect to be disrespected. You are no part of this world. He will hate you, then love you, then love you, then hate you, then hit you, hate you, and love you again. He will be enamored by your physical form, won't be able to live without you before the sunset, but then will treat you like a stranger when the sun begins its rise. He will stare into your eyes and tell you some of the most beautiful lies, like, is it really so? You can't date out of your religion. Kiss me, I heard your God was forgiving if it's the truth. Stop lying to yourself about the way you feel for me. I'll study. I'll come to your meetings. I'll sit in the front row with a leather briefcase and a double winter knot tied tie. I'll join the school. I might even get baptized. I'll do whatever I gotta do to make sure that you fall in love with me. Is it really so you're gonna allow them to prevent you from falling in love with me, you beautiful sparrow? Look, your wings I can find to narrow. My dear brothers, stay awake. This might sound like harsh or strong language, but listen, we walk amongst demons. They might look like women, but they're really agents of Satan, pleading you to pray to Baal, serve their gods, and revel in their customs. They sashay down streets wearing mini skirts of rebellion. They are really Midian women. They are not lovers. They are assassins. And thousands will fall, all seduced by colorful shawls, because instant gratification is in love with the wicked heart, and she might look good, but she's bad for your health. She will bankrupt you of your spiritual wealth, gas your ego with super unleaded dreams and schemes, and say some of the sweetest things like, you're so different, you're so kind, you're such a great listener, you're not like the other guys. And he said, what? See, at those kingdom halls, they don't treat you right. You should just stay with me tonight. She will then become a thief to the night of your pockets and rob you of your self-esteem, because all that glitter doesn't gleam. And when it rains, sometimes witnesses drown, and it's much harder to swim when it's broad and spacious. Then see vivacious radio stations pumping hate into the mainstream. So be careful of what poisons you let seep, leak, and streak down your headphones, because what you nod your head to is the same things you say yes to. See, the catchiest bass lines and snares is just a means of transport for my will to be downloaded to your hard drive. Twisted tornadoes, wars, and reports of wars, man. If this isn't Sodom, Gomorrah would blush at the sight of New York.
Every time.
My favorite.
Every time.
Heard it before, but the flow is different tonight.
Come on, man.
Where's on top of our
Encore.
Just say
You're killing it, bro.
stop it.
Crazy.
These friends.
Don't do.
Stay on hostage.
So
Just
many
stay on.
people.
Oh my all night. Just stay on all night. Stay on all night.
Not fire.
Amen.
You know, hostage, Kenaya, that poem never, ever, ever gets old. The delivery, the points, the research, all of it is always timely and always takes us back on this little roller coaster trip that we are just tripping off of the whole time. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you appreciate it, hostage, Kenaya, stay tuned. He's going to be on a little later on in the show. It's one of our features. But that is the end of my particular set, JQ Lyric. Now I'm going to hand off the reins to set number 2, which is going to be done by the lovely La Jones. La?